Think of the most successful individuals you know. What makes them stand out? Is it their wealth or status? Or is it their relentless pursuit of knowledge? I read a book called Wealth Choice: Success Secrets of Black Millionaires. And in it, it detailed a lot of what a lot of successful people went through to become wealthy, become millionaires or billionaires or what have you, or just plain out just successful, whether they're millionaires or not. And a lot of the sentiment was that they just soaked up a lot of knowledge anywhere they can get it. And if all these people that have reached success and obtained success have done this, and this is not all these people aren't that's in the book aren't people that we know of. It's a lot of millionaires that we don't even know of, that we have not heard of, and they just soaked up a whole bunch of knowledge to get where they are, and they applied those skills. So this episode is kind of leeching off of what I learned in that book. But anyhow, and is it their relentless pursuit of knowledge, their unwavering commitment to learning? The truth is, their success is often the direct result of their openness to learn, right? To learning. Learning from their environment, from their experiences, and most importantly, from the people around them. Every hustler we encounter, whether a CEO, a craftsman, an artist, or a street vendor, has mastered a set of skills that keep their engines running. They have wisdom that comes from experience, knowledge that has been cultivated through trial and error, and insights that are waiting to be shared. The question is, are we ready to listen? Are we open to actually learn these skills that all these individuals from different walks of life are trying to teach us? To be a student of success, it is to actively seek out lessons in every corner of our lives. It is to ask questions, to be curious, to engage with those who have walked the path before us. It is to recognize that no matter how much we know, there is always more to learn. This approach to life and success is not just about personal gain. It is about building a community of shared wisdom, a network where each one of us contributes to the growth of others. By sharing our knowledge and learning from each other, we create a ripple effect of success that can spread far and wide. Pretty much that's how we all become, better as a community, better as a people, is by learning something and giving back. See, a lot of us like to keep all of our knowledge to ourselves. We want to seem like we're above everyone else. We want to be like, oh, we got something that you don't have, but that's detrimental to society. What's the point of having all this knowledge and not helping other people and uplifting other people to be up there at the top with you? Like, what's the point of having all that, right? I don't see any point. So that's why I share knowledge that I receive and I give it to you all. Just like, again, strictly this episode is about the knowledge I've soaked up and what I'm trying to give. As we move forward, let us pledge to be ferocious learners, to be generous in sharing our own that we have within us. Let's make our hustle more effective, not just for our sake, but for the betterment of all those who join us in our journey. Right? Let's be students, not just success, but of life itself. In this rapidly evolving world that we live in, everything's constantly changing from 1 year to another. Forget decade to decade, 1 year to another is different. Continuous process of growth and improvement. It is about being a student of the success. The beauty of being a student is that the world becomes your classroom. Every person you meet is a potential teacher. The cab driver who has navigated the streets for decades can teach you the art of reading people. The barista who crafts your coffee with precision has mastered the balance of speed and quality. And the seasoned entrepreneur who has seen businesses rise and fall understands the rhythm of the market, right? So all of these individuals, different walks of life, no matter how big, how small, they're different variances, they all have something that we can learn from, that, they can teach us so that we can increase our knowledge. And that's pretty much how I approach my life. I don't care who you are. If I sit down and you have said you have been here or been there, I will pick your brain like crazy to gain some type of knowledge. It's just who I am. I don't care how much I think I know or what I have degree wise or whatever. It doesn't matter. People have been everywhere, different, every walks of life. They can teach you a lot of stuff if you just be quiet and just listen to them. Each of these individuals carries a wealth of knowledge that, if we're willing to pay attention, can contribute immensely to our hustle. But how do we become more effective students? How do we ensure that we're not just passively absorbing information, but actively applying it to our lives? Because we can gain anything, but are we applying it? I can read whatever book I want to read, but am I actively applying the information to my life that I've learned? If I don't, then it's pointless. All I did was read a bunch of words that mean nothing to me, right? Or that's helping me. The key lies in intentional learning. It requires a mindset that is open, inquisitive, and disciplined. It means setting aside our ego and acknowledging that no matter how much we've achieved, no matter what degree you have, whatever, what have you, there is always room to grow. To be an effective student of success, I've learned that we must cultivate certain habits. When someone is speaking and they're trying to teach you something, be quiet and absorb the information instead of trying to butt in and infuse what you have to say. You don't know everything. And I find myself in situations where someone's trying to tell me something and I could be like, oh yeah, I know that already. But I just sit back and listen because they may be able to give me a different way of thinking about it or going about that same thing that I think I know everything about. So I've made a habit of just being quiet and just listening first to what they have to tell me and absorbing information and infusing what I think I need to infuse, or just wait, hold on, I didn't think about it that way, right? That type of thing. We must listen more than we speak. There is a reason why we have two ears and one mouth. We have heard that over and over again, but it's so true. Listening allows us to absorb the wisdom that are often missed in the noise of our own opinions, right? So we're trying to butt in, right? But we're not listening. We're not actively listening. We're trying so hard to talk next or get our point out, but we're not even hearing what points they're making, right? Second, we must ask questions. The right questions can unlock the treasures of knowledge that others may hold. It shows respect for the other person's expertise and genuine desire to learn. Third, we must reflect on what we learn. Reflection turns information into insight and insight into action. It is in reflection that we connect the dots, finding ways to apply new knowledge to our hustle. Fourth, we must be willing to adapt. Adaptability is a unique gift and skill to acquire. Learning is not just about acquiring new information, it's about letting the information transform us into what we want to be. It is about tweaking our strategies, refining our methods, and sometimes completely changing our course when the course we were going on previously was just not working, or we kept running into certain type of roadblocks. We need to tweak some things. And finally, we must teach. Once we acquire these skills, once we learn these skills and pick up these things from people, we must be willing to pass on what we've learned to others. Teaching not only reinforces our knowledge, but also expands it, right? So when we teach, we learn twice. When we commit to being lifelong students, we commit to sharpening the tools we need for our hustle. We learn to negotiate better, to manage our time more efficiently, to communicate more effectively, and to innovate more creatively. We learn not just to work hard, but to work smart. Know we've all heard the term, work smarter, not harder. More efficiently and more effectively is what essentially that statement actually means, pretty much. Each of us is on a unique path. Our hustles may look different, but the mission is the same. It's to succeed and to thrive and to make an impact. Let us pledge to take the wisdom that surrounds us and weave it into the fabric of our hustle. Let us be relentless in our pursuit of knowledge, for it is the most potent fuel for our journey. The world's most successful individuals are not those who know it all, but those who are willing to learn it all. They are the ones who remain students of success, long after the accolades have been won and the milestones have been reached. They are the ones who recognize that every person they meet and every experience they encounter is an opportunity to learn something new.